Professional performance, clinical again, and can't see this title going any other way, in all honesty.
Well, they've now won their last 7 in a row, Jolyon, by an aggregate score of 28-5. How are they primed just to peak at just the right time?
Experience, know-how, leadership. They've been through it all and done it in various ways, so it's nothing new to them as a group of players. It's new because it's potentially the 4th time, but overall, this stage of the season, this is where these players just home in on what's at stake, and it's the title.
Arsenal's goal advantage is just 2 more now. They've closed that down as well, especially in those 7.
Complement each other so well. You know, Rodri's allowed to get forward a little bit more, and you know, he'll hold the fort when he goes. Yeah, it's kind of made Rodri a better player as well. Like, he's always been a top player. We know how good he is. He's been at the top of his game for a long time. But I think it's kind of another improvement when you come into Manchester City's side and you play with the players that you're alongside. You know, it's a great compliment.
What do you think of the role he's playing in this run-in, Jolyon?
Hugely important. He fills the gaps where other players probably don't want to do the defensive duties. He's allowed Rodri to get forward and create opportunities, get assists, get goals himself. And you've seen Rodri, he's not just retrieving the ball, he's receiving it high up the pitch as well. So he definitely brings a lot more than he probably appears to on the surface. But yeah, he's an exceptional talent. He's 4-time Champions League winner, so he's obviously got some quality, and we shouldn't be surprised by the level of performances his consistency hitting.
Great move for him as well, you know, obviously being at Chelsea last year, and obviously you know, the opportunity to come to Manchester City with Gundogan moving on, you know, as a slot opens up, and he was a fantastic player to buy.
That's the thing, there always seems to be another cab off the rank, doesn't there, stepping up at the crucial stages of the season for them.
No, exactly right. Yeah, they've got so much strength in depth. You know, look at that midfield, and you know, the midfields in previous years of fantastic teams and clubs. You know, that's right up there with when you look round with Foden, Bernardo Silva, Kevin De Bruyne, Rodri, Kovacic. You know, there's so much talent in there, and it's so fluid as well. Yeah. They're not regimented; they're staying in each other's positions. They can move all the way across the line. It's beautiful to watch.
Talking about talent, Jolyon, let's have a look at Phil Foden's 25th of the season, shall we?
Oh, again, you shouldn't be surprised by the level of consistency and the contribution in front of goal that Phil's hitting now. And he's playing with so much confidence and belief to swing, I'm going to say swing the right foot, his weaker foot, and finish here. Bernardo Silva creates this opportunity. And initially, I thought the ball was a little bit short, but he does exceptionally well. And Paulinho, I thought, was one of their best players. Great tackle, but it's an opportunity to get a shot up, and he's took it. And the keeper is blindsided, to be fair, but it's a great finish.
Great finish. Paulinho's tackle before that was unbelievable. But yeah, just
like watching him.
Oh, I do. He's so aggressive.
Yeah. To play against.
I honestly love watching him play. He's full-blooded. But credit to Foden after a tackle like that to steady himself on his wrong foot and just control it right into the corner. It was a lovely finish.
How well is he deciding games in key moments this season, Jolyon, and just taking responsibility?
Yeah, I think he's took the responsibility. I think if you look at today's game, he's probably relatively quiet for Phil in terms of possessions, but he's turned up with a goal. He's created a few opportunities, but over the course of the season, I think it's probably highlighted him a little bit more, the fact that Haaland and Kevin De Bruyne are out for early stages, but he's took on that responsibility to decide games, like you said, and I think he has that unique ability that not many City players have, to just create an opportunity out of nothing, to dribble past three or four players, and all of a sudden the game opens up. So he's took it on his shoulders, and hopefully he takes this momentum into the summer.
It sounds weird when you think of all the things he's won already to call it a breakthrough season for him, but in many ways has it been, Peter, in the fact that he's become the outstanding player in this team?
Yeah, I think when you say breakthrough, he's broke through to be one of the best teams we've ever seen in the Premier League.
Player.
One of the most key players, if not the most key, when Kevin De Bruyne was out. Yeah, it's a credit, and it's really nice to say that it's an Englishman. You know, quite often with the great teams we've seen in the past, you know, there's been a player from another country who's really been the key player. But the fact that Phil Foden's the man now, it's only good for England's chances as well.
Absolutely, and still improving as well, Jolyon. What's the ceiling?
I don't think there is one. I think just to maintain the level he's set, and I think we, as fans, shouldn't get carried away and expect him to go on and now and maybe next season score 40 goals. It doesn't work like that. It's just maintain the level that he set, because ever since he's broke into the team, he's always contributed. He probably contributed more due to the access, and I think now we're seeing him inside the pitch a little bit more. He has the ability to create in different ways.
It's the numbers now, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, when you look at that 25 goals and 11 assists, it's they're phenomenal numbers. You know, he brings so much to the team, regardless of those guys. Even if you half them, it'd still be an unbelievable influence. But the fact that he's getting that amount of goals, unbelievable.
Absolutely. Already the Football Writers Association Player of the Season, and on that shortlist for the Premier League Player of the Season as well. Let's have a look at Gvardiol's second then, Jolien, because there was a chance in the first half for Manuel Akanji that he didn't take, but you saw a weakness there that they did manage to exploit eventually.
Yeah, again, obviously City, well documented, they work on set pieces, and you can see there, Willian obviously has to go for the short, and here it's Adama Traore, and what it's doing is, it's not allowing Fulham to get out as quick as they think they are. Obviously, the players in the box are getting up and squeezing a high line, but they can't get out as fast as that, because you always taught as a defender, you can go out as your deepest man, and they're getting out to a high line, they're thinking they're doing well defending it, and all of a sudden they're leaving so much space in the middle of the box.
Yeah, that's been worked on. You know, they've obviously take it short. You can't get out together. But Fulham had a warning about it in the first half, and in second half again they didn't learn, and it's in the back of your net. And unfortunately, you don't get two chances against Manchester City.
Ali spoke about the timing of the run as well. When we think about the finish for the first goal and the run for that one, are they a finish and a run that Haaland would have been proud of?
Yeah, really good. But I think Fulham do make it easier by leaving a man in there. You know, obviously you know that's going to happen. Obviously Manchester City know that there's going to be a man a lot deeper. When they push up, it's, you know, your eyes light up there, and just all you got to do is time your run, and you'll have a free header.
And Mateo Kovacic spoke about his international teammate, Jolien. Just how much, when you watch him, do you think he's relishing that opportunity to get forward?
Oh, ever so much. And you've seen in the first half when Phil was operating inside, he created the width before the Reed had to play as a fifth defender. So, yeah, he's obviously a threat. He's respected. But not just his goal, his whole contribution to the game. He's defensively was sound as well. So he'll take a lot of confidence from his performances. And to touch on his second finish, that is remarkable. 2 goals with his so-called weaker foot again. So, yeah, he's a man full of confidence.
What impresses you about the defensive side of his game? Because we've spoken a lot defensively.
I think the responsibility, he doesn't shy away from it. You can see his recovery runs are intentful. He wants to get back. And when he's faced up by an opponent, he takes pride in the ball not going past him. I think far too often we see defenders thinking, well, I'm not going to get beat, but the shot will go past him or the cross will go past him. But he seems someone like takes pride in the ball isn't going to pass me at any cost.
77 million from Leipzig. It's not a small price tag, Peter, but how valuable is he looking for them?
Well, he scored really important goals. I think first and foremost defensively he's been very good, and obviously that's what he's been brought for. But the fact that he's been able to add such important goals has been amazing. But yeah, like you say, it's no small amount of money. But I was pleased he didn't take the penalty. I thought he'd been slightly taking a mick a little bit out of Fulham. But also I think it's, they got a job to do. Alvarez is the best man for the job. I think it was the right decision for him not to take it.
But here's the decision to award the penalty, Jolien. Talk us through it.
Yeah, listen, the right decision. I don't know why he's actually trying to attempt to block that because it's not even a 50-50 chance of blocking it, and there's a lot at stake. And not only has he given away a penalty, but he's been sent off. So you've got to recognise the situation. But I was slightly different of opinions.
Yeah, you're a defender.
Just for him to score a hat-trick would have been remarkable. But I like the way he decided. That's the bit I'm impressed by. It wasn't like confusion. It wasn't like, I want to take it. And Alvarez was like, yes, no. It was kind of like, Alvarez is taking it. And there was no discussion.
We've had issues around that, haven't we, this season, And I think the fact that, it was discussed, but it didn't interfere with Alvarez's penalty. He gave it up. And I think that was the right decision. I think they're trying to win a league title here. It's not a testimonial. We all love Guardiola to get a hat-trick, but at the end of the day, you've got to win the game. And
you might not get many opportunities, though.
But think about it, that one goal could decide the title. If he goes and misses that, and goes, remember that one goal that where we let Guardiola try and get a hat-trick and he missed it, it could have cost them.
Well, there's 2 goals in it now when it comes to goal difference. Obviously, City and Pep are going to be hoping it doesn't come to that. They just win their remaining 2 games, Jolien. But if it could, is Pete right? That could be a significant moment when you've got someone like Alvarez who you can really rely on.
Yeah, definitely rely on Alvarez. And I know better than most people about winning titles on goal difference. But I don't think this is going to be the case. I don't think that this group of players, this club, are thinking about how many goals they need to score to in regards to the goal difference to win the title. They'll be thinking about, oh, we beat Spurs and we beat West Ham at home. We win the title, regardless of if it's 6-0 or 1-0.
Yeah, I don't think it will be. I think they'll win all their games and win the title. But it's just that I just think it
You're
just
not
shows.
backing Spurs, Peter?
Unfortunately not. No, I just think it just shows the professionalism of Manchester City that they're taking nothing for granted, even sentiment.
They've taken 6 points from 6 against Fulham. Arsenal this season have just taken 1 off the Cottagers. Does that feel like a significant swing?
It potentially does today because it's against Fulham, but I'm sure there's a lot of teams you could argue that case for. But in regards to this being a test, yes, definitely they should take pride in that and recognise what they've achieved, because Fulham are a tough task, a tough team to beat for the top teams. We've seen them obviously against Arsenal in particular. They've took a lot of points off them. So in regards to that, yeah, you would say this will be the game, but only because it's the fixture today.
Do you agree?
Yeah, without doubt. I think we should say as well, credit to Arsenal. I think, potentially they're not going to win it, but anyone who runs this Manchester City team as close as they have done has done an amazing season.
Good penalty right into the top corner. And he can turn away, having done his bit. And it's been put away. Oh, it's been kept out. Missed it. Dear, oh dear. And clinical from the spot.